I don't know why I stand up every time and then I slowly walk over. And then
I thought it was your debut.
I cut myself out every time, just slowly walking over because I'm like, ain't nobody need to see the back of me.
It's my favorite part.
It's none of my business. What's going on back there?
God damn!
I'm so crunchy.
What does that mean?
My skin.
Oh, is that your goddamn?
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Hit you with my goddamn. Well, my goddamn is that we went to a goddamn lazy river, and it was amazing, and it was so sunny, and we put on sunscreen because I was hanging out with you, and everything was fantastic.
And anytime you're hanging out with me, bitch, just being in the proximity of my location will get you protected from UV. Like,
Yeah.
I use a bottle a trip.
Yeah, exactly. So I must have been in your fucking wake or something, because I did not get burnt from that. And then
That's right, you didn't.
I went to baseball the very next day, and I was outside for 2 hours,
That'll get you.
halfway under an umbrella.
Fried. You're
this
fried?
Motherfucker. My whole back is so fried. Well, not my whole back. Half my back is so fried, and I'm so crunchy and red, and it hurts to lay down, and it hurts to stand, and it hurts to do everything.
Oh, my God.
And I feel dry, you know, when you're like, I think I need water.
Oh, my God. Girl, that's kind of my goddamn, too, is that I got burned on Mother's Day on my back, and then by the time we did that lazy river thing, it had been like a week of healing, and so all my skin was just peeling off, and so now it's itchy like a motherfucker, but still very sensitive because I'm pretty sure I got like 3rd-degree burns at like on my spine.
Yeah.
Because like it never sees the light of day. Then I spent all day at the beach yesterday too, so I too feel crunchy and itchy.
Yeah.
But for different reasons.
It's so bad. Like, I'm just dry as hell right now. I don't know. It's
like
bad.
I need a vat of lotion.
Yeah. I want to just dunk in it. Also, I would like to point out, I'm pretty sure it's your husband Lee's fault, because I talked shit about his sunburn and then immediately got burnt the next day, and I was like, pretty sure it's karma.
That might be it. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like karma.
I think it's how she works. Yeah.
She a bitch.
I was like, oh no, this is immediate justice.
It's like the universe shouting at you. Like, hey, don't be a bitch.
Be
Lotion
fucking
up.
nicer.
Listen, after my experience yesterday, which, by the way, I don't think I got sunburn again at the beach all day. All of my skin was in the sun.
Nice one.
Except for, like, my vagina and my tits. But, yeah, somehow didn't get sunburned. But the bottom of my lip a little bit.
Oh.
Every time I'm at the beach, my lips get a little sunburned if I don't put sunscreen on them.
Yeah.
Like that chapstick shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a new patent pending invention to create. But like, you know how they have those walk-in self-tanners?
Mm-hmm. Like,
it's just a machine. You walk in and it goes brrrr, and you hold your breath really quick and then you wipe everything off. We need to make one of those, but put sunscreen in it and have it like at the beach at the entrance of every fucking location. You give me $1, I'll fucking slather you in 30 seconds of sunscreen.
Yeah.
You might get cancer later. I don't know what's in it. But
we're not going to check that before we make the product.
But it'll be lung cancer, not skin cancer, because you're going to have sunscreen on.
For sure. Yeah.
And now you're giving me a good idea. On the way out, like in the parking lot, you can pay another $1 and get sprayed with like after sun lotion.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
See what I mean here?
Close in the tan, seal off the skin.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. You could just make it at every entrance in the boardwalk, you know?
Yeah.
Like, instead of just going
It'll be like a little attraction.
through the wall.
Yeah,
you just
and it's
walk through
kind
the
of silly,
doorway.
but also like, hell yeah, you'll do it once and be like, I would never go back to my old ways.
Yeah.
And everybody would be like, do you really pay $1 to go in there? And then they would do it once and they'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm never going back to my old ways either.
Yeah, I don't want to get sunscreen all over my hands.
No. I was gonna say in my eyes, but it might get in your eyes.
It might still get in your eyes. It'll be in your hair.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be in your hair. Well, you could put a cap on if
But
you don't want
I
it.
spray my hair anyway.
I do too.
Because
I'm like, I want that part.
too
I went
white.
to go feel my actual part, not my today part.
Oh.
It's like, where is it?
She gone.
Oh, she gone.
Yeah. No, I'd pay for that. I'd pay $1 to fucking.
Yeah, $1. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
This is like the airport.
Yeah.
Screener thing.
Yeah,
where you put
like
your
that.
arms up.
Like just like a little time capsule tube that you step into.
Yeah,
and then
like
you
it.
step out on the other side.
It's a great idea.
Protected from UV rays. I thought so.
Protected from UV rays.
I thought it was a genius plan.
We got to call it something catchy, you know?
Okay, like
Yeah.
spray booth.
Sun booth, anti-sun booth, spray tanner booth, not tanner booth,
Yeah.
white booth.
So far,
That's not a good thing to call it.
feels a little racist.
It does. Anyone is welcome.
It's a whites only booth.
white booth. Everyone is welcome.
Jesus Christ. So far, this is not racking up the PR we need.
I think you're right. I'll keep thinking.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not an adult yet, and I don't know how to put sunscreen on myself.
It's because I wasn't with you.
It's exactly why.
Your child needs to join my league.
I don't want to go to your league.
Girl, it is intense at my league.
Your league sounds way more intense.
Oh my God. There was like an ump trying to fight someone in the parking lot or some shit. Or threatening to meet them in the parking lot. I don't know the details and it's not important. But these kids are 7.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. No, see, my league is like, the parents they don't really care as much or anything. And there's one mom that I talk to and we just talk shit about everybody.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, so I can't leave her, you know? Who will she hang out with?
She'll find someone else that'll talk shit.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
Probably.
Not as well as you, but...
I mean, yeah. We've got a bond.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't just leave that. You're right.
Can't just leave that baseball friend.
I've, like, bonded with all of the moms because my loud-ass mouth.
Yeah.
Like, and then, you know, maybe having a drink or two at the fields and then I get, like, super social.
Yeah. And
then, like, the next game I'll come back and they're, like, saying shit that I forgot about. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was yelling that a lot, wasn't I? You know, you have to remember what your past self did.
Yeah. See, I stay quiet. I don't talk to anyone. And
girl.
Do the under my breath, and then she hears it, and then she does it back, and I'm like, okay, we're safe.
Dude, people be talking behind me, and I'm like, hey, I know I'm not in your conversation, but I have something to tell you, because I can hear you, and you're right, and you're not wrong, and also, I have something to add to that. And they just kind of look at me like, okay.
Oh, she's our friend now. No, that's not me.
That's how I make friends with everybody, is I just, like, leach my way into your life.
Yeah.
When you least expect it.
That's how you got me.
I know, and you're still here.
I'm still here. All right, lady. You want to tell us about some murder?
Fuck yeah, I do.
All right.
And this week, we got a listener suggestion.
Oh,
again.
do we?
This is my second one in a goddamn row. You guys are coming in clutch with these suggestions.
Hell yeah.
Saving me from having to find something. So this one is brought to you by our Facebook listener, Bobby. And I'm going to tell you about Chance Englebert.
Okay. Oh, okay. Chance. What a good name.
I know, right?
I used to want a dog named Chance.
Like the rapper.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's another one. I was thinking of, like, Homeward Bound.
Oh, was that a name in Homeward Bound?
Yeah, I think it was the black and white dog. His name was Chance.
See, I thought that... Miley and Otis? That was
Milo
one.
and Otis.
Milo
loved
and
that
Otis.
movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you said Homeward Bound. Yeah. But see, those movies, it's like I loved, but I will never watch again because I'm like, it's so sad. The pets are sad.
I think I watched them on repeat because that was all we had as like VHSs. So that's why I am the way that I am.
Yeah, you're just all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all right. I watched like Wizard of Oz on repeat, so
like,
same.
All dogs go to heaven. Let's see this again.
God.
My dad's like, do you want another story about dogs dying?
Let's try a good old classic called Bambi.
Yeah, how about Old Yeller? And I'm like, okay.
All right, so like I said, Chance Englebert. Let's get to him.
All right, Englebert.
Chance was raised on a ranch in South Dakota and grew up riding bareback his whole childhood.
Oh, okay, no saddles for this fucker.
Fuck saddles. Homie, be a cowboy is what I'm trying to tell you in the first sentence.
He was like, don't worry, I got this. And my ass is going to be kind of sore and
That's
hairy.
all right. I got it. Who cares? Fuck my ass.
Why bareback?
Not literally.
I have questions. Fuck my ass. Not literally.
I have questions too. Maybe saddles are very expensive.
I'm sure they are, but most like horses come with hand-me-down saddles or like a rug.
Or maybe this was a wild horse. You don't know.
He's got
wild
horses.
You don't know Chance's life.
I don't. You're right. And he's in South Dakota. Isn't there a lot of reservations and stuff?
Yeah.
So maybe it is like a wild horse. And
he just fucking wrangled one up and he was like, I'm going to call you Spirit, bitch.
Maybe.
And then she went by bitch the rest of their time together. This is so dumb. Oh my God.
Side note, great show. Have you seen Spirit?
I have
great
not.
Show.
I haven't seen that or Seabiscuit. Again, animals. I'm sure they put the fucking horse down or something. So.
No, it's a cartoon. It's good.
Oh, I think you
And it's about a wild horse named Spirit. Jesus Christ. You quoted it.
You might have. Oh, it's because you got me the DVD. I just never watched it. Back in the day. I've seen it. I got it. That along with The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, The Last of the Unicorn? Or the last unicorn? Fuck. Anyway,
that sounds sad also.
That was really sad.
Yeah. God,
that's another one on a loop in my brain.
You just got like trauma brain going on.
I think they did it on purpose. They being my parents.
To fuck you up early on. Like, let her know no joy. She'll never be disappointed again.
Well, no peace.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here watching Wizard of Oz on a loop and like Beauty and the Beast rocking back and forth, and my parents are like, it shuts her up, so just put it on again.
I was telling the other mom at the baseball field, I was like, yeah, I have like certain shows that I watch on repeat, like,
yeah,
because it's just like a comfort show, and I'll have it on the background, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, I think that's a form of anxiety. And I was like,
oh, don't try to diagnose me, bitch. Get out of here.
Oh, I mean, probably.
I do have that.
And she's like, yeah, because like I've heard that people with anxiety do that because it's
know
comforting that they know what's gonna happen and blah blah blah. And I was like, I hate this. That's probably why. That's probably what it is.
I used to do that same thing, like before we had all these like Netflix, HBO, whatever, where like you choose what you watch. When I was just cable, like every night I would turn on either Cartoon Network or Comedy Central, and I'd watch all the stand-ups. Even if I've already seen them, I'd watch them over again.
I do that now with Netflix.
I'm
never
like,
new shows? I'm not ready.
I'm
not
never
ready to
choose
commit.
to. No, you're like, what if I hate it? I know I like this one.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what to expect.
Or if I'm like in a certain mood, I'm like, I guess we're going to watch fucking 6 hours of this.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Okay, back to
everyone.
Chance. No, I love it.
Fucking bareback riding on Spirit over here.
Yeah, his whole childhood. He was so skilled at bareback riding that he even earned himself a bareback riding scholarship in high school. Oh,
okay.
Who knew that was a thing?
Yeah, I didn't.
And the scholarship was for the local community college, so woo woo.
Oh, okay. Hey, college is expensive, okay?
Dude, I went to community college.
I did too.
Your first fucking 4 years, you're just making it up anyways. Or the 2 years.
Yeah.
Second
I was
2
there
years.
for 4.
No, you went to community college. Oh,
Yeah.
for 4 years. You
Yeah.
went there. I probably did about 3.
I was dicking around for a long while.
Same, girl. I was like, we live in our own apartment and we have our own job. I'm not trying to also go to school.
Yeah. I was like, I got a full-time job here. I can take maybe 2 classes a semester.
Oh, my God. Do you remember counting up your credits and being like, ooh, this is going to be a busy-ass semester?
Yeah.
I don't know why I took 16. Okay, so he got himself a scholarship to community college, and he studied and earned a degree in welding and diesel mechanics.
Wow, okay. Good for him.
Right? In October of 2018, in Moorcraft, Wyoming now. Okay, so that was all South Dakota or some shit. And now we're in Wyoming.
Okay.
Chance Englebert was 25 years old, and he had married his girlfriend of 2 years, and her name was Bailey.
Okay.
And by
2 years is not a long time.
Nope, you don't know what you want in 2 years. But also, I mean,
Okay.
it's like not a long time, but also a long time, depending on your age.
Their own.
You know?
25 is not
long for 25. Not my 25 anyway.
Not my 25. No.
We gotta wait till we're 30, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll think about it.
And then we could start talking.
Right? Oh, man. Okay, so he married his girlfriend, Bailey, and by April of 2019, the couple were welcoming their new baby boy, Banks.
Banks?
Mm-hmm.
How cute.
I know! They have the cutest names. Chance, Bailey.
They're all kind
Banks.
of dog names.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, I know a dog named Bailey.
You do?
Yeah.
It's Baylee, which I think is cool.
Okay, that's cute.
Anyway, okay. So Chance had been so excited to become a father and like start his family that when Bailey found out that she was pregnant, it was actually Chance who was the most stoked. Like he was jumping up and down for joy, like so pumped to be a dad.
How cute is that?
Right? I know. So rare.
Right.
After college, Chance had found himself a job working as a welder at a company that was called Black Jewel LLC.
Okay.
And this was in Campbell County, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
But in July of 2019, that company had like gone under or gone bankrupt or some shit and had to lay off like 600 fucking employees.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was like all over the news when I typed in the name of the company. So I'm guessing in this area, it impacted a lot of families and it was kind of a well-known thing.
Yeah.
So if you live there, maybe you fucking know about it because a lot of people got laid off. But Chance was one of those people who got laid off from the company.
That sucks.
Right? However, since he had a new baby boy to care for, he had quickly found himself a new job, and that was due to start on the Monday after the 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in July, right?
Yes.
Now, in July of 2019, Chance, along with his wife Bailey and Banks, they all went to Bailey's family's house for the 4th of July, and they all lived in Gering, Nebraska, which is about a 3.5-hour drive.
Got it.
From Moorcraft, Wyoming.
Okay.
On the 6th of July, so whatever, they do their 4th of July festivities, uneventful, whatever.
Probably very eventful.
Well, I mean, to our storyline.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a great 4th of July. 2019, what a great year.
Celebrating independence.
Yeah.
We're all allowed near each other still.
Yeah. No COVID yet.
No COVID.
Debatable, but none that we're aware of.
Not in Wyoming, anyway.
Yeah, no way. I'm sure. I don't think Wyoming ever got COVID. I was going to say, I don't remember. We might have traveled through Wyoming, but there was one state around there, definitely Nebraska. People don't give a fuck if you wore a mask. And we traveled through COVID and shit, and I was the only fucking white bitch in there wearing a mask, and I'm like, oh my God, these bitches are going to be like, they from California.
These California folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. I was just trying to be respectful. I don't know. Give me your COVID.
Should we kiss?
Please love me. Oh, God. Okay, so it's the 6th of July. Chance goes golfing with his father-in-law and his brother-in-law.
Okay, how wholesome.
I know, right? And I'm sure there was drinking involved. I don't know for sure. It's not stated, but like anytime my husband goes golfing.
Yeah, there's usually drinks involved. He's like, well, you're at the 9th. Yeah. When the drink lady comes by, you don't want to be rude.
Right? We got to order from her. She drove her cart all the way out here. And they're usually sunburnt and like fucking blasted. Like not just drunk. It's like white girl drunk. White girl wasted.
Brandon doesn't do that too much anymore.
Not anymore, but it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be for sure.
Okay, so like imagine if he was going with his in-laws on a holiday weekend. Yeah. It's probably going to be one of those times where they might come back drunk.
It's a vacation golf. Yeah, exactly. That's a good time. That's not a business
And you have
golf.
An infant son. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's your first day out on the town.
Yeah, you have one drink and you're fucking plastered because you haven't slept in a million years. All right, so they go out golfing, whatever. At some point during this golfing excursion, Chance gets in an argument with his father-in-law and brother-in-law, and I read that it was about his new job. Like, I guess his father-in-law and brother-in-law didn't want him to take it, and he was like, I'm going to fucking take it. I need to pay for my family.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it was like a competitor or if it was like, you're supporting the fucking, I don't know. I don't know why they did not want him to take it, but for whatever reason, they argued
Was it
about
out
that.
of, like... the area?
I don't think so. I don't think they were planning on moving. It's really not clear. Yeah. And I did not search that hard.
Okay. Okay.
But they get in an argument.
Either way, yeah.
Exactly. And so during that argument, while they're golfing, Chance calls Bailey and is like, you need to come pick me up. Like, we just got in an argument. I don't want to be here anymore. And I'm ready to fucking go home. Like, I'm done.
Wow. Yeah. That's a big argument.
I know. It was a big one. So Bailey comes and picks him up, and they're going back to Bailey's grandparents' house where they're staying. And on the way back, he's basically like, I'm ready to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done. Let's go back home. And Bailey was upset with him that he wanted to go home. They get to the grandma's house or the grandparents' house, and they keep talking about it. And they get into like an argument about it. And Chance gets all heated, and he walks out, and he goes for a walk. Mm-hmm. And Bailey's just like, all right, he needs to go cool off. I guess this was pretty standard for him. If he got too heated, he would just take himself a little walk, and then he'd come back and everything would be fine.
Wow, okay. Good for him.
Yep, exactly. Now, at 7:46 p.m. that same evening on the 6th of July, Bailey calls Chance on his cell phone to be like, yo, when are you coming home? Like, where are you at? You've been on a walk. It's time to come home.
Yeah.
I don't know what time he left or anything like that, but I'm guessing by almost 8 o'clock, you're like, help me put this fucking baby to bed.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours now. Yeah, at least.
You're done cool enough.
Yeah. Especially if you're leaving golf, because you would think you go to golf relatively early and you leave in the middle of it. So
like
it's probably
tea time.
Like 2, maybe?
Yeah. Or like
2 to 4.
4.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Chance told Bailey when they talked on the phone that he was walking south of his grandparents' house, which would have been in the opposite direction of where they live. Like, they live north of his grandparents' house. And he told her, like, I'm walking south. Like, I'm over here walking around or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know exactly, but it doesn't fucking matter. He just was not there,
He was walking around still. Yeah. And he did answer.
Exactly. And then shortly after that phone call, he spoke with one of his friends. And he told his friend that he was walking to Torrington, Wyoming, which is about 35 miles from the grandparents' house. But it's north, in the opposite direction of what he told his wife.
Okay.
Weird, right?
Casual stroll.
A casual stroll. And he told his friend basically like, hey, I'm walking that way. Can you come get me? Like, I don't want to walk that whole way. Can you start driving and meet me here and take me home? Because Bailey won't take me home and I just want to go home.
Wow, okay.
I'm thinking, okay, this is speculation here, but like for somebody to be that angry and ready to fucking go, that makes me think he's like that argument was bad.
Yeah, that was a huge argument.
Like the dad's like, I've got a spot for your body in the backyard. You fucking try me, homie. You know, like.
Yeah. Or like, you know, well, you could do all that, but I'm going to keep my daughter and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Like it was a big one.
Yeah, that's a huge argument.
Either that or he was so drunk and it really wasn't a big argument and he's drunk wandering around now like, I'm going to fucking walk 35 miles home.
Or it's that. Yeah.
Like, it's either one of those.
Yeah. It could just be a lot of emotions.
Yeah. Who knows?
To a new parent, too.
Right. So he tells his friend, hey, I'm walking to Torrington, Wyoming. Can you come meet me? It's like a probably fucking, I don't know where his friend lived. But if his friend lived wherever Bailey and Chance lived, that was a 3.5 hour drive. So I don't know exactly where he lived or what the plan was, but Chance was like putting out the bat signal.
Yeah.
And his friend was like, hey man, I've been drinking. I can't really drive you, but let me try to find someone.
Okay.
So his friend calls Chance's mom.
Oh, no.
And his mom's name is Dawn. And he explains that Chance had a, quote, little run-in Gering, Nebraska, and that he wanted to get out of there. So she told Chance's friend, like, hey, let me call him and see what he wants to do. Thanks for letting me know. You know, like, I'll get a hold of him and we'll take it from here.
Yeah.
So several of Chance's relatives attempted to reach him via text messages or calls or whatever, and they couldn't get a hold of him until 9 p.m. that evening when Chance sent out 2 text messages that honestly did not make any sense. The first said the word I'm, like I am, and then it had the like emoji of a straight line smiley face. You know? Like just straight line, whatever.
Neutral.
Yeah, a neutral smiley face or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the second one, which was sent right away, was basically just a bunch of jumbled letters. Like you could probably look, it was one word of jumbled letters. And I'm sure, like, I tried to play around with it to see if you're trying to say something. And, like, if you accidentally tried to hit the space and it really was the S or whatever, you know? And I couldn't fucking figure it out. I'm sure some people have huge speculations. But jumbled messages all at 9 p.m.
Okay.
That's the last time that anyone's going to hear from Chance. Okay? Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Both messages were sent to his aunt's phone, which is interesting. I don't know if they had already been talking or what.
Yeah, it could have been like the last text message that he got. And so if you're like fucking around with your phone and it opens up to that.
Right, like in your pocket or even in your hands or if you're disoriented or if you're drunk or something. And you're like, fuck, I'm just trying to say like I'm here or I need a ride or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's their last communication with him.
Okay.
His mom said that the emoji was really weird because he never used them. So, like, not only does it not make sense to the, like, what's going on, but, like, he never used an emoji.
Yeah.
So that makes me think it really was an accident or somebody else fucking with his phone or something. I don't
Or
really
it could be, you know how the emojis sometimes pop up when you're like, hey, man, hope you're happy. And it's like, you want this face?
And it's
happy?
blue, and if you touch it, it turns it. Maybe. Okay, so as it turns out, around the same time that those messages were sent, there was this severe thunderstorm that rolled through, literally at 9 o'clock that same night.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How fun is that?
Yeah, I guess, unless you're outside walking by yourself in the elements.
I mean, I feel like you did that to yourself. But
honestly, you didn't want to check the weather before you had a hissy fit?
I planned my hissy fits.
Oh, my God. Okay, so he was still MIA at this time that the thunderstorm ran through the town. So it's unclear if he had like sought shelter because it was enough to flood and everything. It was a dangerous thunderstorm that you should not have been out in.
What's that like?
I bet it's really wet and windy and cold, which is weird because it's July, but I guess they were worried about him getting hypothermia. So I guess it gets cold in July, especially if you're wet. Maybe it was a cold thunderstorm, not like a monsoon.
Well, it's Wyoming too, so it's like norther.
It's Nebraska.
Nebraska. I don't know.
Well, basically Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because it was only like their 3.5 hour drive.
Also norther. Yeah. So it'd be colder.
Nebraska,
right?
That's like fucking, that's on the equator, right?
Oh, Nebraska? Never mind. I don't know where that one is.
They got corn.
It's one of them nothing states. I'm sorry if you're from there. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Huskies? What are they called? Nebraska Huskers. I don't know. It's not important.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I don't know.
You are important, but not to
Brandon's
our story right now.
Going to Nebraska, and I'm still like, what are you going to do?
You're going to get drunk in a sports bar. That's what
Literally,
you're going to do in Nebraska.
What he's gonna do.
So, there's a severe thunderstorm. They're not sure if he was still walking as it passed through or if he hid somewhere to be safe. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So Chance's mom called Bailey eventually to ask, like, do you know where Chance is? I can't get a hold of him. I got this weird message. Yeah. And she was reassuring Chance's mom, like, we're out looking for him. I have my family driving around. There's no need for you to drive down right now. It's like 10 o'clock at night or whatever. Yeah. And you're 3.5 hours away. Let's just wait till the morning. So the storm passes and Bailey's grandfather starts driving around looking for Chance. But they can't find any trace of him. Mm-hmm. By 11 a.m. the following morning, which was a Sunday, Bailey had decided to call the police and report him missing.
Yeah.
Yep. So she does that.
Good.
And the police search, but no one had any leads to go off of.
She's like, I don't know. He said he was south.
Yeah.
His friend said he was north.
Exactly.
So
like,
let's look everywhere.
We don't fucking know. Yeah. Like, literally, homie just blipped off the map.
Uh-oh.
So Chance's family, they start driving all around Gering to help search for Chance. And as the days passed on with, like, no communication from him, they all started to form this, like, Facebook group to help disseminate information. Like, it was really the family that was really putting out the news about Chance and, like, drumming up the attention. The police were obviously looking for him, but, like, the family were the ones, because they were, like, forming the, like, search parties and all that shit, right? Because from the police's standpoint, they're like, I mean, he's an adult and he went for a walk. Maybe he wants to be missing at first anyway. And so the family's like, fuck that shit. He would never do this. Like, Chance was so excited to be a dad. He would never leave his infant son. Like, this is so not like him. Something bad happened.
Oh, no.
Right? Even Bailey was like, she would never leave his infant son. Like, this is, I'm worried.
Yeah.
So once investigators started digging into Chance's phone records, they discovered that his cell phone had last pinged off a tower on County Road 19, which is near a town called Scottsbluff in Nebraska, which is north of Gering, where he told his friends that he was walking, or his friend that he was walking. And that's about a 2 to 3 hour walk, depending, like, where.
Okay,
whatever.
So it fits in the timeline, too.
It does, right? So, like, that kind of matches. When I checked the registered cell towers, because I'm a psycho and I was searching everything, there wasn't a cell tower on County Road 19, but there is one in that Scottsbluff town. There's like 3 or something. So I'm guessing they like
triangulated that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you later, but there is a reason why they tie him to County 19, and it has to do with his phone. I think it like turned off around there or something.
Okay.
So they were able to find at least somewhere to start, right?
Yeah.
There were some credible tips of people who said that they saw Chance walking around that night in Terrytown, which is just outside of Scottsbluff, like in the same area.
Okay.
Okay, so they're like, hey, man, we saw him.
He like almost made it to whatever.
To Torrington. It would have been on his walking path to Torrington, like he told his friend. So we think that's where he's going, right?
Okay.
So police took Chance's case seriously from the get-go, in part due to that big thunderstorm that had rolled through. Like, they're like, he just wants to be missing, but also there was a thunderstorm. He could have experienced hypothermia. Yeah, exactly. So they were taking it seriously, but like I said, the parents were the ones putting together all that shit, right?
Okay.
And also there was flooding, so they were like, okay, he could have been swept away in a flood or some shit. And there's this, like, river that kind of runs through the town and everything and would be a long part of his walkway. So I don't know if they were worried about him getting swept away in the river or anything like that, but...
Okay.
He would, to get to County Road 19, he would have walked along the river for a moment, at least, you know, a couple minutes.
But he's like,
according to Google Maps anyway. I'm not from there. I didn't walk it.
I would think he's like from the area though, and so he knows that like, hey, if there's a thunderstorm, I shouldn't walk like on the riverbank. You know,
maybe. But you know how all these people, especially drunk men, keep getting swept away in rivers because they walk down there to take a piss.
Yeah, true.
So could be.
But it's nighttime. It's thunderstorming. Like, he seems like a relatively smart guy. He went to college and stuff.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's just a theory.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, you're right. Like
And if he was like a bareback rider guy, maybe he was like an outdoorsy kind of guy that understood, like, hey, nature is a beast occasionally.
A bitch. She can be a bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly. So police used drones to search for him or any evidence of him and all the fields around there, all the fucking cornfields.
Yeah.
As well as canines, and they had boats search that river, which was called the North Platte River, just FYI. As the tips start coming in, police were able to hone in on businesses around where he was sighted, and they started reviewing security footage to see if they could see him.
Yeah.
And he was found. He was seen walking past a Domino's Pizza in Gering at 7:49 p.m. and at the intersection of 10th Street and Martha Drive at 7:51 p.m. And again, this would all align with his walking path that he said he intended to go to Torrington, right?
Okay.
And...
But also, when he talked to his wife on the phone, kind of fucked up to be like, I'm down south, and not like, fuck you, I'm going to head north and walk home because you wouldn't give me a ride.
Well, I also saw another article that didn't say that. It was like he told them he was walking home or something. So I don't know if that's like a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Or if he was really trying to throw her off. Like, fuck you. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to go here. Yeah. And really, he's like I don't want her telling her dad where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my head is like, he's like,
I don't know. I guess
wants to kill me.
As a wife, I would be pissed If, like,
1,000%.
you told me you were down here just taking a walk and you're going to be back soon, and really you're, like, walking fucking home. Like, bitch, you're just leaving me? Like,
yeah, come back.
The fuck?
With this baby?
Yeah, like, we could talk about it.
For sure. Which, again, maybe he was drunk. Because you know when they're wasted and you can't talk to them? You're like, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, very true, very true.
I don't know.
But I guess it depends how the dad and brother came back, too. Like, they would know, like, yeah, man, he was fucking on one. Right? Or whatever.
Like, he was picking a fight for no reason. I don't know any side of that story because the wife eventually stops talking to the press.
Ooh.
So he's seen walking past that Domino's and all that jazz. They are able to locate that his phone had last been on in the vicinity of the Riverview Golf Course, which is on that County Road 19.
Okay.
Like, kind of where it starts and kind of by where the North Platte River is. And then his phone turned off or died. We don't know which one. But there's no more cell ping service, no shit after that.
Okay.
The police performed an entire grid search, and they asked locals to check their barns and storage sheds and stuff like that in case he had sought shelter during that thunderstorm. And 2 weeks goes by, and they don't hear anything.
Oh, man.
So they're not getting any more leads. The police still have no idea where he is, and they don't have anything to follow up on.
Okay.
Everyone believes that something bad happened to him because it's not like Chance. Like, he either got hurt and he was injured and he couldn't get help and now he's fucking swept away in a goddamn river or some shit, or somebody picked him up and something bad happened.
Yeah, but, like, what are the chances you happen upon a random serial killer looking for a single male?
On
like,
County Road 19, I feel like they're quite high, my friend. That's the one place. I'm over here like it was aliens in a cornfield in Nebraska in the middle of the night right before a thunderstorm. That's the best time for an alien to suck you up.
I mean, if it was ever gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and maybe they were gonna.
Maybe. That was the day, you know?
Maybe there's a fucking black hole portal. I've been watching this movie called Dark, and it's like a German movie.
Yeah.
It's getting really good.
Is it?
It's like a giant puzzle, and I have to really pay attention and rewind and stuff.
Oh, man.
And sometimes the subtitles don't pick up, so I have to rewind again so I can get the subtitles. But holy fucking shit, it's so intertwined. And it's about, like, portals, time traveling. So, you know, I'm over here like, maybe he got sucked up in a portal.
I am currently watching Bodkin, which is about true crime podcasters that go to Ireland to
look up bog bodies.
No, some Samhain murders or something.
Do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
Should we make a documentary?
This is why Brandon was like, I want to go to Ireland, and I was like, okay.
Can I
solve tickets? Can I bring my true crime podcast?
Oh my god, what if we accidentally make a documentary?
According to the show, so far, everyone in Ireland hates the podcasters. So you know,
100%.
We'll
but
be better
us,
than them, though.
they'll love us.
Yeah, we'll be way better.
We'll just be taking shots with them. All
anyway,
right.
so that's where my brain goes. Was, you know, like the town takes them or whatever.
Just,
like
like
the town is
absorbs
scary.
them. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, but we're all looking for fucking Chance here. And the last week of July, the police get a hit from a cadaver dog around the Stable Club Canal, which is located near Scottsbluff, which would have been in the area that he was last seen floating around. Okay. Oh, wish I didn't say floating around. Just in case that is what happened, you know, but you know what I mean.
Wandering.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So they spent days searching the canal and they found nothing.
Oh, maybe the dog just wanted a treat.
I'm like, I feel like it hit for a reason, right? Like,
I mean, maybe.
Aren't they specifically trained to only find death?
Yeah, but they get a treat when they find death.
They're like, it's for sure in this water. These dumb idiots don't know.
Could be like, check here. Yeah, I did my job. Can I get that cookie now?
Oh my gosh. The police have followed up on leads on several other states, and they tried to get the FBI involved and everything, but because there's no evidence of any kind of federal violation, they declined the case.
Oh, wow.
The police have reiterated that they have zero evidence of foul play in this case, and it remains like an open missing persons case and not considered a homicide victim or anything like that. Like, They're like, there's no evidence to support that he was harmed in any kind of way.
Oh, man.
A few weeks after Chance went missing, Chance's family started to suspect that maybe Bailey and her family had something to do with his disappearance, or that they were hiding some sort of information, and they started to voice their suspicions, like, to the media and everything. No, this is Chance's family.
Oh, okay.
They're like, now hold up. Like, your story's not adding up. I have questions. Why are you so vague? Or whatever their reasons are.
Yeah.
They're like, what was that fight about? How was his demeanor? What's going on? Like,
yeah, give me everything.
Right. And so because of that, people started to rip Bailey apart in like the media and social media and all this other stuff, saying that she seemed too nonchalant when they gave her interviews like early on. And that
it's like that Gone Girl thing, though. Like, you give a
like
press
you're not
conference
behaving
and,
right.
Yeah, you're not crying or something. The
exactly
fucking public tears you down. And you're like, well, I thought we'd fucking find him.
I know, exactly. So, like, they're ripping her to shreds. Like, she must be guilty of something.
Oh, my gosh.
And other people, I know, other people are like, dude, she's like 20-something-year-old nursing student, and she's got like a 6-week-old baby. Like, how the fuck do you think she's supposed to react when her husband goes missing?
Yeah. She thought it was just an argument and he was going to cool off and come back.
Exactly. Like, I mean, but maybe, who knows? I don't fucking know. We don't know.
Maybe.
So I guess the uproar got so bad that Bailey and her family hired a lawyer and they stopped giving interviews. Bailey said that her family was like getting death threats and shit. So she was like, I don't want to talk to you fuckers. Like, get away from me.
I'd pull out too.
Yeah. So the police came out publicly and stated that they didn't suspect any type of foul play. Like, stop fucking ruining this family's life, guys.
Yeah.
Like, we're just looking for Chance.
Yeah.
So Chance's family continued to conduct and hold search parties and everything. And then COVID happened and they weren't allowed to do gatherings anymore. And so it was hard to keep Chance's name like in the media. And so people started to like forget about him. I know.
Oh, that's so sad.
And then on the year date of his disappearance, his family held a vigil and 150 people attended.
Wow.
The case is still open and active, but police say that they are no closer to solving Chance's disappearance today than they were in 2019. Like, they have no more evidence.
What?
Homie just blipped off the radar. One investigator basically said that the only way this case is going to be solved is if somebody with a guilty conscience starts talking. Like, they're like, there's no way. He's not injured anywhere. He's not here anywhere. So somebody had to take him. But this is just one investigator's opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't speak for the whole like case as a whole.
Well, he could also just be looking in the completely wrong area. Like, he could have hitched a ride from somebody that took him 30 miles north and he had 5 more miles to walk. And so he's missing closer to his home or something.
Right? Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
And there's no other footage of him. There's nowhere, whatever.
Well, you don't even know where to look.
Exactly. There's no leads. Like, we're fucking stuck.
Yeah.
In October of 2021, a private investigator was hired and stated that recently multiple people had come forward and she was following up on some leads. One detective told reporters that they have no evidence to suggest that a homicide happened, but they also don't have evidence to suggest that a homicide did not happen.
Yeah, we don't know.
They literally just don't have any evidence. Oh, I wanted to say about that private investigator. She actually got in trouble by the law.
What?
Because this girl just fucking walked up on Bailey's house recording and knocked on the door and like walked in and started recording shit. And Bailey like called the cops while she was there. Like, this lady is just in my house. And the investigator was like, yeah, I'm aggressive and yeah, I get in trouble, but I get answers. So I'm like, God damn.
I guess. Yeah. But also, I would never walk into a random person's home in the United States.
No.
Like, not even just Nebraska or like, everybody here has
recording
guns, bro.
Oh my God, what a death.
You're in their house?
Well, this investigator is like known as a bulldog and stuff, and I think she probably holds that proudly, so I don't think she had any fucking qualms going in, because I don't know what evidence she got, but she was just like, yeah, I fucking did that shit. And then she paid her fine and went on her way or whatever the hell she had to do.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
You're gonna die.
Oh my God, seriously. During this whole thing, I do want to state, though, that both families, Chance's family and Bailey's family, have been totally cooperative. Mm-hmm. They, like, have been helping the investigation as much as they possibly can. It's just, I feel like Bailey's family's getting the shit into the stick here.
Yeah, well, and then there's a certain point where you're like, I'm giving you everything, and you're still giving me death threats. Like, I'm just going to stop. I've given you everything.
That's what she's at, yeah. I mean, like, they have searched both properties and everything, and, like, there's nothing to suggest that Bailey's family did anything. I guess, anyway.
Yeah, according to the police, yeah.
Right. Chance's grandmother even donated $200,000 to the fund to find Chance, because they started to put together, like, they had, like, $20,000 in this fund of, like, if you come forward with any information leading to his disappearance, you get $20,000. And his grandmother had somehow come into, like, a family inheritance or something, like a shit ton of money. Mm-hmm. And her husband was joking, like, you have so much money now that you could buy anything you want. And she was like, the one thing I want is to know what happened to Chance. or to have Chance
so
back.
Sad.
So she donated $200,000 to the fund. But here's the catch, guys. She was like, you only have a year to come forward and tell me what happened and to get this money. Like, she's hoping greed will win out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm taking the money back because it's not going to do any good sitting in this fund thing.
Yeah.
So a year passed, nobody came forward, and she took that money back.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, it's not doing any good sitting there. So.
It was a valiant effort, and also Nana needs a new pair of shoes.
100%. Nana's only got so much time. Let's use our money.
Yeah. That sucks, though.
Exactly. It sucks so bad. She really was like very vocal. Chance's side of the family is very vocal that they think that somebody knows what happened. And I think they think that person lives in this little town or something because they're very vocal. Like, oh, okay, well, somebody must just like appreciate their freedom more than the money, you know, because somebody did something and they know about it.
Yeah.
And they just didn't take the money when it was up for grabs. Like, they're really hell-bent on this. So it makes me think, like, what do they know? Or, like, that investigator, I'm assuming, was hired by Chance's family.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do they know?
Yeah.
What were they leading off of? What is the rumor? And there's
What's
a whole...
the last thing that the police didn't tell the public just in case?
Exactly.
You know?
And there's a whole... I actually could have spent so much more time researching this, and I wanted to. But like I said, family was in town and everything, so we've been a little busy. But there's a whole Facebook group, right? Oh, my gosh, the theories going on in there and the people who are, like, live in the town and stuff, and they're not afraid to fucking put it on Facebook. There is so much information out there that I feel like I'm sure the police have followed up on, and it's all hearsay and shit, but I'm like, oh my God. So there was I don't think I put this in here. I think I forgot to put it in my notes, but like you know how they searched that canal area, which was around where he was last seen, like that Domino's area, whatever, on the surveillance footage, and they got that cadaver hit. Well, allegedly that same day, around that same time or something, that Chance had been missing, there was an argument that broke out and like the police had to be called in the same area. And I wanted to get more into that because like it seemed like somebody thought it might have been related to Chance, you know, like maybe he was in the argument or something. I don't know. Again, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to dig into this, and I didn't have time. So there's tons of theories floating around, but there's no hard evidence leading to anything.
Oh.
So we're no closer to knowing where Chance is. He's been missing since July of 2019. He has green eyes and brown hair. And at the time of his disappearance, he was 5'9" tall, and he weighed 170 pounds. He was last seen wearing short-sleeved button-down shirt, blue jeans, boots, and a black and white trucker's hat. Okay. If you or anybody you know has any information about Chance, please contact the Gering Police Department. I did not put their phone number because I figure you know how to Google that shit. But your rewards are going to be lamer because you didn't come forward sooner.
You're not going to get that $200,000. Nana already spent it.
Yeah, Nana already got that shit. So you're only getting $20,000, but
20 grand is not, you know,
if you
not
know
nothing.
something, say something, my friends.
Go find Chance.
Yeah, that sucks.
That
Seemed
really
like a nice
sucks.
guy. Seemed like a real nice guy.
Seemed like a nice fella. I wonder what the argument was about. And I wonder if that's the thing that the police aren't, like, coming forward about or whatever, you know?
Right.
How interesting.
But it sounds like all, like, the family checks out. So.
Yeah.
But also it's fucking Nebraska. Who do we know? Who we got? Who we got on our side, you know?
In Nebraska?
Not us specifically, but, like, the family, you know? Like, there are places, there are towns where shit happens. We all watch the murders or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Like, you know enough fucking people and your secrets can go away.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that because I don't want to be another part of the media to be, like, attacking this poor family if they have nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of land. You know?
So you say, like, what are the odds of, like, a serial killer driving on that road or something? But, like, what if it was just, like, somebody who knew him or knew her or something?
Yeah,
and
it was like, oh, I found him, I'll pick him up, and then
what if
heard
it was
what
her
it was
grandpa?
about. Yeah.
Not that the theories are getting thick. I doubt it. But, you know, like,
But
you
it could
don't
be.
fucking know.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? Or he got picked up by a serial killer looking for a 25 male cowboy who looks like he could kick some ass, you know, like.
The bareback rider. He's like, I need a bareback rider. Maybe he joined a ranch and he's like, I'll bareback your fucking horses.
Maybe he's like, I'm just going to start my life over. If so, Chance, and you're listening to this, just call and collect your $20,000.
You should have
Go
collected
tell Grandma
that
hi
$200.
and ask for that $200.
Right. She wants you back.
Shit,
She'll
man.
give it to
Sounds
you.
like you're worth it.
Yeah.
And if he's gone somewhere and was harmed, hopefully they find something soon or get some evidence.
Oh my God, how horrible.
I'm still thinking, though, because, like, people fall in fucking rivers all the time and they are not found.
Yeah. Well, where does it go?
I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't zoom out of the map, you know?
Is there like
probably
a
the fucking
dam?
Mississippi. Everything goes in the Mississippi, doesn't it?
Very true. Yeah.
Isn't that what we learned?
I don't know. Or Colorado or some shit. What fucking side are we on?
I don't know.
Geography.
The Continental Divide. Do you know how many times on a fucking road trip I'm like, what the fuck is the Continental Divide? And then I look it up and I'm like, that's very interesting. And then every time I'm like, something to do with the waterfalls on the left side or right side of a mountain. I don't know.
I have no idea.
So yeah, I've been there, looked it up 500 times.
Huh.
Still don't remember. Oh my God, guys, my sunburn itches.
Okay, let's close it out. Okay. I need some lotion on this bitch.
Hell yeah. If you guys want to check out pictures pertaining to my case, go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok. If you want to join our Facebook group, it's called the Goddamn Pod Group. Fucking come hang out and say hi to us.
Hell yeah.
We've been seeing so many new people pop through in our comments.
How exciting is that?
I fucking love it. You guys are doing your work.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking
guys.
pimping us out and shit. Yeah.
I like it.
We got somebody from Sweden.
Sweden?
I think it was on Instagram. They were like, love from Sweden. And I'm like, oh, fuck, we made it to Sweden.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
I know. Dude, also, we keep hitting the charts in Russia. And I'm like, do you think it's because of those squirrels we keep talking about?
They're like these bitches. Look at these Americans that don't know if they're
I
fucking
know.
squirrels
What
in
are the
Russia.
odds that we keep hitting the charts in Russia?
How fun. I love it.
I'm fucking for it.
Yeah.
America's like, fuck you guys, but the rest of the world loves us. So
America, I mean, we're oversaturated with true crime podcasts. So
America can't handle us right now.
it's too much.
We're like, you guys, America's not okay. Just for the record. And we're in San Diego, which is probably the least American place to live.
Right.
Like, we're the most liberal, don't fucking care. Like, you guys are crazy with your guns. Like, we're our own country over here, and still, it's like, none of us are okay. This place is bad.
I mean, we'll get through it, probably.
Yeah, I'm banking on, like, our capitalistic culture to just, like, crash and, like, seashells, you know?
Yeah.
Because we live in San Diego, so we can really procure some seashells.
So many seashells.
If that's going to be the currency.
Yeah.
Or high fives. I'm really proficient in high fives.
Yeah.
I got to stop scratching my back.
Yes, you do.
Okay, guys, let me finish the closing. Also, if you want to email us, you could do that at isgpodcast@gmail.com or snail mail us at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
and we love you guys and thank you so much. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Bye.
Bye.